So, forgive a bit of a mess on my table. I was in the middle of rewrapping my handmade watercolors, and as you can see, there they are with the new branding. But I had to go pick up this parcel from a drop-off place. It's a Jackson order, which is usually full of excitement, and usually I don't have to pay duty. But for some reason I have to this time. $27.45, and there's a handling fee. Where is it? I forget. Handling fee $10. So I don't mind paying taxes at all. It's a handling fee that usually bother me, especially when this is how they handle things. Totally crushed. So I'm not hopeful about the things that are inside. And I don't think it's Jackson's fault. I'm pretty sure it's a Canada Post fill. So let's see. Just video that some more. There's Jackson's. Just hiding my address. Handle with care. Fragile. Yes, Canada Post. That means don't use this as a football. As my husband said when he was with me, the handling fee is that they really handled it a lot. So let's see what we have inside. I'm going to open it with scissors. Okay, this was from Jackson's had a Holbein sale on that they didn't advertise to North Americans, but they still let me buy it. Let's see if everything is here. I also added some half pan watercolors from Gallo, and luckily Jackson's is really good about not putting loose small things in their parcels, because that would be definitely gone. Would have escaped through the hole there. That did happen only once, I think, with the Jackson's shipment. And they're really good about... Okay. That looks like it's all one piece. Let me just make sure of that. Yep, there we go. So you'll see this is Holbein's oil pastel, and you can only buy it at one place in Toronto, and I have gone there for them. It's out in the West End, and I don't get out there very often. It's called Articulations, and they're fabulous. Art supply store, independent. The owner's so lovely, but they don't sell the sets. So let's open this, because I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Again, thankfully Jackson's has really good wrap, and they're also environmental packaging, although that's not sounding too good. So I got a set of 25 oil pastel sticks to add to the rest of my oil pastels. And phew. Oh wow, that's quite the display for them. These are plastic. they're like that. You got 2 whites, black, dark gray, and a light gray. And nice little plastic containers. So they're all in that. I thought they're just going to be in foam like you normally get with other brands. So it's quite nice. I have a few oil sticks already by Holbein, again from Articulations, so that can get added. That's a little bit more of a lurid green than I normally like, and if you watch my channel, you know I'm obsessed with greens. And this is the whole shebang of oil pastels by Holbein. I was really tempted to go for a bigger size, but I decided to rein it in. But I do want to do a lot more with oil pastels. I just haven't had a lot of time lately with one thing and another. Relaunching the handmade watercolors, general work stuff, commissions. It's all been great. It's all fantastic. But I haven't had time to go in other directions for things. So this should be a Gallo. They featured on Jackson's website some of the new colors, and so I added to that. Oh, and I forgot that I also got these things. So, phew, thank goodness they were in that box. So on the Holbein, I got quick drying medium gloss. So it's a medium to use with water-soluble oil color. And again, I want to combine oil pastel with oil paint. I've done some last year. I really enjoy the process, so I thought this might be neat to try out with, I think I only have one Holbein oil paint. They have water-soluble as well. But I mostly have the Royal Talons Cobra, and I think a couple of the Winsor & Newton water-soluble ones. So I'll try that out with other brands and probably do a little video on that. And then the Gum Arabic paste. I've never used this before. It's kind of interesting. See what sort of textures and things I can create with that. And then here are the A Gallo colors. This one is Leighton Red Ochre. Yep, it's on the back. Meteorite Brown. And then Vivianite. So I have the Vivianite with Roman Small, but I wanted to try the A Gallo ones. I have no room in my A Gallo set to put these in, but I will find a way to have them together. I may have to move into a bigger palette, but we'll see, because I really don't want to add too much more to the A Gallo collection, because I do have enough watercolor. I make my own watercolor. Yeah, it's a bit of an illness at this point. But I'm going to stop it there for now, and I'm going to continue and swatch these out for you. But I'm going to take a break and go back to my wrapping session. So once again, where do I have? There's my new rebranding of my watercolors. This one's red gold. So just taking a pause and then doing some swatching. So here we are. I'm gonna wrap the A Gallo paints. This is the Leighton Red Ochre, which is series 2. It's number is 249 and it's PR 102. They're always beautifully wrapped. And I like to keep I like to keep part of the wrapper at least, but this one's a little, looks like it's on there pretty darn good. Here we go. So let's swatch this one out. Use fresh water. This is a really beautiful color. Just a little bit more. It's like a pinky red color. And then the next one is meteorite brown. And this is series 4, so a lot more expensive. It's number 410, and it's a genuine pigment. So it's not a pigment number, it's actual chondrite. Genuine is its technical name. There we go. This one's a little stuck. So let's see. I've actually held a meteorite in my hands because I worked at a museum. We had meteorites on display. So that's kind of neat. And this is a little bit more brown. I guess I knew it was brown. It's more like an umber color. Sort of wash it out a bit. Might have been a little too much water on there. And then the Vivianite, series 4, number 408. And again, it's a genuine mineral. We're really gluing these down now. I don't remember them being so glued down before. It's not a problem if you don't want to keep the wrapping. You can just tear right into it. I knew I should have done these off camera. Go. Yeah, this one's really stuck to its to the whole thing. Really stuck down. Okay. There. I do write down the names of things. It always amazes me that places don't do that. There's a little bit of paper still on that. I'll have to rub it off later. But it was worth it. Look at this color. Now this isn't like the Vivianite from Roman Small. That one is quite a bit different. You'll see from the color chart here, it's got a sort of greenish tone to it. It's very light color. I often use it for windows when I'm trying to keep the windows on a lighter color. That is pretty intense color. I think a lot bluer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I thought it would have some of the green in it. It does say it's vivianite. Okay, so that's the swatching out for the Gallo half pans. So let's start swatching these with, well, let's start with the white because that's actually the easiest way to get them out. There's a little thumb thing there. Oh, these are really hard to get out. I might just have to do this. Still doesn't want to come out. There we go. Goes that way. So now I can't remember which way these were, but it doesn't really matter. Let's start off warm. Start with this one. Again, I'm not really sure. Let's see. Okay, the first one will be crimson. And they're very soft, not quite as soft as Sennelier. They're very almost sticky to handle. Then we have carmine. So it's sort of like the set that I got with the gouache. And then vermilion. And orange. And this is back of, no, actually, it's the front of watercolor paper, so not really the best thing to use, not something that I would normally use oil pastels on, but it's fine here. And this one is light apricot, but I guess it's almost, could be an almost Naples yellow reddish. So put those back. And then we'll go on to maybe the yellows and greens next. Yeah, next one is yellow. Nice bright yellow. And then lemon. What I might do is switch over to my shaper tool, because I can clean that really easily. So I'm not adding color to it. And then light green. And grass green. And finally Viridian, which is actually a nice Viridian. Not too glaring. I hate when they're kind of in your face. And next is sap green. I usually like sap green, so I hope I like this one. It's nice, more like an olive green. That's more like an olive green. And then blue. It's a nice cobalt blue. I'm afraid there's a little bit of green on this. Prussian blue. Sorry about that. I had to take a break. Husband came home and yeah, it just gets too noisy. So we're back, and we left off at ultramarine deep. So next one is going to be, blue, Prussian blue. Next one is ultramarine deep. Go. It's definitely ultramarine. And then this one is violet. Really, a little goes a long way, and then you can blend it out, so that's quite nice. That's that little bundle. And then we have, it says wine red. Oops. It's a different color. It looks like hot pink almost. Oops. Then we have Terra Rosa. Almost a terracotta. And then Mars Orange. similar but warmer. Then yellow ochre. And burnt umber. I realize I'm getting smaller and smaller with these little swatches, but I think you get the gist of it. That's a nice dark burnt umber. A little bit of coolness to it. And so next is neutral gray number 2. So neither warm nor cool. And then neutral gray number 3. And black. And then there are 2 sticks of white. I'm just gonna layer them across some of these, because white is kind of white. Not always, but should be. And so that is that for the, oh, but I also got deep green. It's not as natural a green that I had hoped for, but it's quite nice. It's certainly better than, say, that, and definitely better than the Viridian. So that is all for the Holbein pastels. Really nice range of colors. Really cute little containers for them. There we go. So that was quite a nice haul from Jackson's. I have been in touch with them about the Gallo vivianite, because I don't think it's vivianite. I think it's Payne's Gray. Something got mislabeled at some point. It looks nothing like the swatch for vivianite. And I was kind of drawn to it in one of their videos on their site because it had that kind of an undertone of green to it. Something a little bit different. It's kind of like the one that's in the Roman Small. So anyways, I've been in touch and they're really good about getting back to you, and they're looking into it. So we'll see what happens. Thanks so much. Bye.